I don't have good or bad days. I have easy days and I have hard days, and that's all there is to it. Just because you had a hard day doesn't mean you didn't do a good job. His hard days, it doesn't mean it was good or bad. It's not a matter of giving a duality. It's a matter of how hard did you push? How hard did you push to strain yourself and to progress? It was just challenging.
Welcome, Pete.
Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, man. Thank
Glad
you.
to
Thank
be
you so
back.
much. I enjoy talking with Pete, everybody. Pete is an MMA. Since I met him, he's a martial art champion with the
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai. Muay Thai. It's getting popular, actually, in America.
I mean, in the fight card that I'm fighting in October, I'm the only Muay Thai. It's me and my opponent, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah. I think I've seen maybe 2 in the past, and you're the third in the last 20 years. We're here in America. We're champions when it comes to MMA. Everybody thinks this is the only martial art. But there's more difficult ones like the Muay Thai, which is you guys depend on using what?
Knees, elbows, sweeps, like kicking the legs out from underneath them, leg kicks, punches, a lot of clinch work, like the dirty boxing stuff that you're not allowed to do in boxing.
Yes.
It's encouraged.
The actual elbow, tip of the elbow. Like in MMA, is it against the rules?
No, you can use the entire elbow. You can use it at any time. I think with elbows, you have more of ability to use them than you do in MMA. Because the 12 to 6 is not allowed.
Yes, that's what
MMA,
I meant. Yeah, but it's allowed in
Muay Thai. It's as long as it's not the back of the head, you're good.
Wow, I've seen some slices coming, like bad ones.
It gets me so excited.
I know.
I love it.
So we have Pete over here, and we're going to be talking about good topics. We'll be talking about Muay Thai, MMA in general, or martial art, and we will be talking about acting and some interesting topic. Not to too many people, but we'll keep it to the end, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about your coming fight. What is going on?
So it's October 18th against Jose Entriago. He's out of St. Charles MMA. He trains with big names. He's a pretty decently big name himself. He's on the come up. He has, I think, in total for his whole amateur and professional career, I think he has 2 losses. I don't really think it's 3. A ton of wins. And he's the most dangerous opponent that I've ever fought, and the biggest danger I've ever faced, which absolutely excites me. So it's going to be a big one, and this is going to be my last run. This is it for me, and then I'll focus on other things after this.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
You still have the fight in your heart.
The vitriol, absolutely.
Yeah,
I still have it, but it's knowing when to stop. And I'll tell you what, this camp for the past couple of months, I mean, it's been longer than that, but especially these past couple of months, like, man, it's been a beating, dude. Like, constant injuries and this and that. And I've never been one to pull out of a fight due to injuries, ever. I think I've only ever pulled out of a fight once, and it was because I broke my thumb, and that was back in 2019. It was fine, and I've healed up from it since. It's unnoticeable. But yeah, I've had broken ribs going into fights. I've had sickness and stuff, and I don't care. I fight.
Yeah.
I fight. I don't know if I'd ever fight sick again, but I'd definitely fight with broken limbs again. Like, I just don't care.
October
18th.
18th. What time?
Fights probably start at either 6:30 or 7. I would advise getting there at 6:30, get your seating, get settled.
What arena?
It'll be the St. Anne's. I think it's like a Recreational Center. It's a pretty small-ish venue, but it's one of those where, like, it gets wild. It's a BYOB event, so everyone's going to be bringing their own drinks and stuff, and it's going to be just lit.
Yeah.
And those are the ones where it gets crazy. It'll be in a ring as well, not a cage, which is what I'm used to.
Okay.
So you get a better view of a ring, and especially it's not just boxing, because that's what people are used to in a ring. So you get a wide array. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a couple of MMA fights on that card as well. I've told you about that before.
Sure,
They bring in the 5th rope or whatever. It's pretty awesome.
So you said this is the last one.
Yeah, this is it for me.
Let's say you killed it and you did very, very well, and you had an offer to come back.
Right. In all seriousness, say I put on a dominant performance and I do everything I've planned on and said I was going to do. They offer me a title shot. I will consider it. That makes me want to, because I've always wanted a title opportunity. And I've only ever been offered one, and that's a separate conversation. But they won't do that. They won't offer me a title. Like, if I win, when I win, it will be a huge upset. I will be met with silence, and I've talked about this. It will not be like applause. It'll be silent. It'll be really awkward. And then I'll just leave in that beautiful silence, and it's fine with me.
I have faith that you'll do very well.
Thanks, man.
What's your routine, your workout routine? Everybody want to know, how do these guys train? What time you wake up? What do you eat? Give us like 3 minutes of rundown.
I will tell you, but it's like, for me, sometimes just talking about it makes me like, no, it's secretive. I can't let anybody know. I'm like Batman in this bitch. So, like, I work 12-hour shifts very often with my job. So during that, I have to try to mix in, like, whatever I can. Sometimes it's just 15 to 30 minutes straight of shadow boxing, and then later on, I'll go like right after work, I'll go straight to training and do about an hour and a half. But I do my kickboxing 4 to 5 days a week, and I mix in separately strength conditioning 2 or 3 days a week.
Okay.
And those could be double days. You know, some of those kickboxing days are 2-a-days. So, you know, if I ever miss anything, I always make up for it on a double day or something like that.
So you work 12 hours.
It's not consistent.
It's not consistent. It's hard.
Fit, you know, get in where I fit in.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Do you have a day or two off a week, or you work 6 days?
I make sure to get like a day off here, and then even in, like, if on a day where I have active rest days, really, where I'm not actually like doing nothing, I'm not stagnant, I refuse. It's really bad for the body and the mind. But on the days where I'm kind of just like, I'm not going to go super hard today, I'll sleep super hard, get like 10 hours like that night prior or something like that. So I make it work like where I can, you know.
Okay, so you fight Saturday. You take a couple of days off after that.
Oh, hell yeah. So like I already requested off like the following Sunday after that Saturday.
You need a break, man.
Yeah, I at least need 1 day.
I know.
But it is normal for me to fight Saturday and go back to work on Monday. That is something I do.
Who's from your family come and watch your fights?
Nobody.
Your mom doesn't like to watch it.
My dad has learned to watch them on the pay-per-view. Like him and my brothers have kind of chilled out, and they'll like make it like a fight night type thing, and they'll watch it in the living room because they're down in Texas.
But your mom go crazy. She'll be like,
my
Pete,
mom walks out of the room. She can't be in because she will pass out if she sees it. She will literally faint. It's fine.
I mean, I don't blame her.
They used to, like, in the early years of my fight career, they were like begging me at least once a week to quit fighting. Like, I never got any encouragement, and it's just because you don't want to see someone you love get hurt. That's just all it is.
I saw my son. He was playing hockey and he got hurt, and I was watching him from a distance, but I didn't want to show him. Like, I looked at him and I said, "You're okay?" And he looked at me. I said, "Get up. You're okay?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, get going." But in my heart, it bothered me. But I just didn't want to show him some weakness. I'm like,
I mean, it's no different watching my fiance fight, you know, being on the sidelines.
You saw that. You saw the whole fight.
Yeah, I was right there on the sidelines. I was her corner, her coach. So,
well, okay. Well, good luck. It's coming. It's coming soon, guys. Hey, give Pete support. Leave us some comment. If you know Pete, leave us a comment, some questions to Pete for him to answer you, and he's willing to answer.
I mean, one of the things that's made this camp so crazy is the amount of fucking hate that I get from the community, and I just eat it up. It's never bothered me, you know. But
it comes with it.
And then fighting a bigger name guy, like, that brings way more hate. You know, everyone just wants to see you get murdered, and you're gonna be disappointed.
I
man.
know.
I'm sorry.
I know.
They will be there.
They
will talk so much shit.
No, even on social media, they'll try to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, they try to get me fired up and get in my head. I'm like, I was like, I've been talking shit on social media since you were freaking prepubescent. All right, like I've been nothing. I'm just not gonna be bothered.
Relationships. Let me tell you, how is your relationship with your lady with training and working too much?
Well, we're so used to it. So, like, my first kickboxing fight, she was a ring girl for that fight. We drove 8 hours out, and I got her some work being a ring girl, and I was fighting. And so she wasn't technically a corner for that, but for every fight after that, she was.
She was.
And so we're used to it. Like, she almost enjoys the fight camp itself, even when it's not her fight camp. She likes the anticipation. Like, both of us, we like having that next thing to work and fight towards, you know? And so giving us those deadlines and those dates, it just, the anticipation, the suspense, the hard work, the discipline, it gives us clarity. It gives us purpose. It also gives us fear, anxiety, nervousness. It's nerve-wracking.
Since she started working out with you, did it get you closer to her?
Absolutely. It's one of our favorite things to do together.
Your
is
best
work out.
buddy right now.
Yeah, and it's not perfect. Like, we actually get in arguments in the gym, in the kickboxing gym, in the club fitness. We get into low key, like, no, what do you mean? No, my back is fine. Just stop. Like, I'm squatting fine. Leave me alone. Yeah. Do your reps. Shut up.
Well, that's the love and the care.
It is, but it's because we care. Because, like, she's gonna be on me. You know, like, she's gonna be the coach's voice in my ear. I'm like, hey Pete, you're doing that wrong. I'm like, oh yes. Shut up. Yes.
I'm trying my best.
I'm trying. But I'm grateful for it. Honestly, we're great teammates. We're great life partners, and I love her to death.
Okay. Now, I heard you've been filming.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me a little about this acting career. What did you do?
So I got to play as an antagonist, a bad guy, in this locally shot film. His name is Phi. It's Phi. Technically an amateur director, and he didn't pay us for it, but I'm fine with that. I did it truly out of love of what we were doing. Some of the most phenomenal, like, camera and angle work and just lighting. Like, he's I'm not saying he's autistic, but with how specific and perfect everything is, it's like, dude, this is amazing. And he actually works in the medical field, so he's very intelligent.
So the director has a hobby of being a producer?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, dude, when we're together, it's like we're just locked in and we're shooting. And I mean, we would start shooting at 7:30 or like start prepping at 7:30 p.m. And there has been mornings where I did not walk into my door at my house until 4 a.m.
Holy shit.
And I'm covered in bruises and scrapes, and I'm beat up. I'm freaking beat. This is on top of training. So I'll go from training straight to the shooting. Like, I'll go home, get cleaned up. So I'll work for 8 to 10 to 12 hours.
Okay.
Go train, and then go shoot this film till 4 in the morning, and hope to God that I didn't have to work the next morning.
What's your character?
I'm a
Mafia hitman?
Close. I'm a so the plot is there is a black market organ like harvesting like ring where they're basically using dating social media to lure and using beautiful women, and the supporting actresses for this are gorgeous, but they're using Tinder and dating profiles to lure in both men and women on these dates, and then they wake up in a tub with ice and their organs removed.
Shit.
And that's the plot. So I work for this black market organization. It's like the Black Dahlia or something like that. And you know, one of my scenes is me, you know, getting my first kill, getting my first harvest, and then there's a protagonist that gets involved too. You know, I don't want to spoil much, but it was a 6-minute nonstop shot of action. Like, we're for 6 minutes straight of footage, we're just beating the crap out of each other. Took us about 4 days of shooting, a bajillion takes. And
do you guys hit each other a little bit?
Some of them, yeah, like not punching to the face necessarily, but there were accidents during like rehearsal. Rehearsal was brutal, but during shooting and stuff like that, like I accidentally like tapped him a couple of times, like on a cross, like where I would like it would graze his face, and people would hear it because it's bare knuckle, you know, so you would just hear the. And people would be like,
be careful.
But my boy Keith, he was the
kept going.
He was a champ, dude. So there was a couple of shots where we didn't have to reshoot them because they were done perfectly on the first one. Some of them was like improvisational with the action and stuff. And he gave me an opportunity to express, because like he gave me the script and he's like, hey, I need you to kind of create this character based on what I'm telling you. So I took time and
to put it together.
Yeah, I really like. May he rest in peace, but I did it Heath Ledger style, where I put myself in a dark room and I started watching footage of Jason Statham from Transporter, and I was like, I like his character, and then I applied it to Heath Ledger's Joker, and I wanted to create this classy, sharp, sociopathic combination of the two. Okay. Yeah, the actual bad guy is another friend of mine who got me into.
Okay.
And so the fight scenes, I've seen one fight scene they shot I was not in, and it was a nonstop shot, meaning there's no cuts for the entire shot. And if I can tell you like something to compare these shots to, if you've seen John Wick 2, John Wick 2 is exactly what this movie looks like. It's insane.
I saw your suit. You look
Thanks,
good.
bud. I appreciate it. Yeah, I love dressing like that. It's so fun. But yeah, so I'm excited for that. And I will say, I'm a bad guy, so you can assume that I lose, right?
Yeah.
And I die in this movie. My character does. That is the most grisly thing I've ever seen in cinema history, is the way I get killed.
You see yourself dead.
Yeah, I saw it on camera and I was like,
shit.
That's going to be in my nightmares for a little bit. Like, god damn. But it's so exciting, and I can't wait for everybody to see it. It should be airing at the St. Louis Independent Film Festival next year.
Next year, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It takes a lot of shooting. It takes a lot. It's been
much,
shot for a couple of years now.
So this guy is spending a lot of money to do this, and it's his
assume
hobby?
So, yeah.
So this is he's cashing out. He's putting his own money.
Yeah, but you can tell with his passion for it and his discipline that it's going to go somewhere. This is what opens the door to it.
Before filming.
Ahmed, would you like to be in a film? you don't have to be in an action thing, but if you want to be like in a supporting role, just kind of like a cameo,
Yeah.
we might be able to make that happen. It's never clicked. I was like, because you have a great personality. I think you'd be fun.
If they're looking for a bad guy, I'm ready.
Dude.
If you guys ever need, we'll talk about it. I mean, I'm open.
Oh man, I can't wait. Yeah, we're gonna figure something out. It hit me just now. I was like, oh my god.
You never know. I'm open.
Yeah, I'll
definitely.
see what I can do for you, buddy.
I don't have tattoos like you, but
No. That's actually a problem. They almost had to cover it up because of like copyright issues. Like I said, he's a stickler.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't want any copyright violation from the tattoo artist. Blah blah blah. I was like, bro, I designed this myself. This is my design. How that's possible, but
that's why they rule things. They cover things when they shoot pictures, and if there is a logo, I can't wait to see the movie, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen some pictures, guys. It's interesting, and it's cool to see your friend in a movie.
Yeah,
so
we'll definitely be on another podcast before the movie comes out, so I'll be able to amp it up.
Absolutely. This is a couple of topics. I had a friend of mine called me over the weekend, and I had many conversations like this. He's running multiple businesses, and he got out of the business. Okay, he's in sales. He left sales, believe it or not, to construction. And then he decided that's not what he liked. He went back again to sales after 3-4 years in construction. He said, I didn't know how bad the job market out there until I went back again to work. He said, I'm dealing with a lot of young people, confused. It's a combination. It's the economy, the politics, the politician situation is scaring a lot of young kids. And let's face it, we're dealing with some issues worldwide. And the situation right now, at 25 years old going through, it's not the same situation in my life when I was 20 years ago, 25. My issues were just how to get, it was not the brutal things we see on social media, the wars, the killing, the situation in the universities, everything is going nuts. It wasn't like this 20 years ago. But the guy tell me, Ahmed, his name is John, a good friend of mine. He said, Ahmed, it's young generation are being combination. They're dealing with a lot of issues, and they have issues in their heart. What is going on with the young generation? That's what I wanted to say. Where do you see this 25 years old right now, college graduate, 20, 22, 23, 24? Why are we dealing with a lot of weakness?
This is not the first time you've asked me that, and I didn't really have as much of an answer for you at the time, but I was like, maybe microplastics are making everyone's balls shrink? I don't know. No, and that's a joke. It's unavoidable.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you going to do? But since then, though, I can definitely say there's more of an evolved answer to that, and, the socio-political climate has changed since that conversation with you and I, in light of everything, the Charlie Kirk assassination as well.
Yes.
And that I want to touch on that separately from the younger generation, because it's kind of one and the same, but also two separate conversations.
Who's the least group that having issues? The group that they go to the gym.
Yeah.
The stronger guys physically become somehow mentally stronger. You agree with me?
Yeah.
It goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
So if you are in a gym, a regular going to the gym, your life issues a lot less, because you get out, you communicate, you social, you see people, you talk to people, and you connect. And the more you social, the more opportunity is going to open for you.
And what's funny is not just like it can be easy from the unacquainted mind to perceive what you just said as going to the gym and lifting weights. And it doesn't just apply to like you, as one would expect, like going to a fighting gym either. I'm not even saying just that either. For women, going to a yoga thing a couple of times a week and meeting up with the girls and just getting your workout on, going in the sun and blah, blah, blah. Like, I have female friends who do that stuff and they love it and they feel whole and full afterward, because they get their social time in, they get their vitamin D from the sun, and they break a little sweat. You got to do something, man.
You got to
get out. If you get a bicycle, just go on a ride 3-4 days a week for like an hour. Like, it's a game changer, but you have to do something. Being stagnant, being static is not an option. Even though the majority of people fucking do it, it's not an option.
In 1994, that was a long time ago.
What a time to be alive, by the way.
I know, in 1994, 95. I took a break and I said, I'm tired, I need to take a break, and I take a vacation. I went to see my family back in Dubai. My father and my mom were living there. Yeah, they were still living there. And I said, I need to disconnect from my issues. I was going through some rough time, trying to find out myself. I was 23, 24, nothing going on in my life. And I decided to say, I'm out. Mom, Dad, I'm coming. I want to see you. I want to see what's going on there. I went there literally to find a job and just get away from here. It was too long for me to stay away from home. And it was like the longest time, 4 years straight.
I understand the feeling.
Literally away from home, away from your friends, your family, the people you grow up with, and then a couple of emotional things happen because we're emotions. We're no matter how strong you are, you're gonna run into something that's gonna hurt you somehow.
Emotional game changers. Right.
So I went there 6 weeks. In 6 weeks, every time I woke up, I said, "Why did I escape? I feel like I escaped my reality. Why did I leave America and went to Dubai, thinking the solution is there?" It wasn't the solution, was not there. The time I took off was the solution.
Yeah.
I needed to remove myself from all the commotions, from all the thinking I was going through. 6 weeks, I woke up, I said, I got to go back to America. I said, I have some unfinished business. What is it? I said, I did not give it 100%. I had to admit to myself that I was behind. I made a mistake. I did not give it 100%. Why am I giving up? Why am I doing it? I swear to God, this is every day came in my mind. But the longer it takes, the higher the wanting to go back again. You know, the first day I like my family. Then the second day, something is not right, man. And then I'm trying to find a job there. Then I said, something is not right. I should have done this. I should have. But I was lucky that I had a green card at that time. So I can come back any minute. Thank God.
The door is open, right?
Yeah. So I came back and I took off 2 weeks to find where I need to stand. And I'm telling everybody, if you're feeling that you're not delivering what you meant to deliver, it's okay. Take a break. Step back. But don't sit in your home, in your basement, playing video games, because that's when you feel comfortable, and that's when you start losing. You don't want to be comfortable. It's a disaster to be too comfortable. When you're 23, 24, 25, you don't want to be comfortable in your life. You need to be out. That's the solution start coming from there. Actually, the 6 weeks was the me talking to me, telling me, get your ass back there and get your shit done. And that was the best 6 weeks that I took a break. I removed myself and I found the solution. The solution is get back again in business, man. Go work harder.
So anyways, you got to get your breath of fresh air, man.
Yeah.
And, going to Dubai might have been an emotional breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
And everybody needs it at some point. But you said being stagnant or being comfortable. My buddy Amir at a kickboxing gym, he's on his come up, and he's had an amazing fitness story, and he's 2-0, and he's going for a title shot. I have 4 teammates fighting with me on that card on October 18th. But this younger dude, I think he's like 21, 22, something like that. He says, I don't have good or bad days. I have easy days and I have hard days, and that's all there is to it. So his easy days are whether or not he strained himself or he just chose not to. His hard days, it doesn't mean it was good or bad, it was just challenging. So it's not a matter of giving a duality, it's a matter of how hard did you push. How hard did you push to strain yourself and to progress? Just because you had a hard day doesn't mean you didn't do a good job.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's hard to deal with like my days. My time was not with fucked up to politics, wars. Waking up in the morning and opening your TikTok and social media and seeing blowing up kids and wars and Russia and Gaza and bombing and this. It's so gonna fuck you up. It's gonna mess up with your mind. There's no way you can handle these. Right?
I feel like some of the problem is that there's a severe lack of trust in the system around us. Not just the government, but I mean, not the system, man. I mean, like the actual, like the structure of which the infrastructure that we live in. If you don't trust that, why do you go to work?
Yes.
Why do you pay your taxes?
Yes.
And the running joke that I love is, hey, yo, if the aliens show up tomorrow, like, I'm not paying my taxes, dude. And so the idea is that, like, if I don't trust the system and the infrastructure, then why work so hard? What's to aim towards? They got to fix the infrastructure, man. We have to restore our trust in everything.
Like, I come from school where work hard, get up early, think positive, be someone can change something in every day. Every day you have to do something. You have to accomplish something.
That's becoming an outdated mindset.
Well, yeah, we're living right now where, why are you working hard, man? Oh, don't work hard. Take it easy.
Or then
They're not going to pay you more if you work hard.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
You're depicted as a company man if you work too hard, or you're a suck up, or you're like, dude, like, you know, you're whatever. And it's so dumb because, like, I feel that every time I've really committed myself to a job or whatever that discipline might be, it's always paid dividends every time. And there's been times where it didn't, and I moved on to the next thing. I didn't just quit and just not do that thing anymore. I found something better, and I just strove towards that. You got to learn to divert and progress, hit the gas pedal.
Yes, that's it.
Some kid posted on Twitter, "I love bacon," and he got arrested for hate speech.
Why?
Right. I think it was I'm just being honest. I think that it's not necessarily the Muslim population there complained, but the dominance there makes it so that the politicians there have created laws to subjugate anybody that speaks
against, even if you think about it.
Not even against, yeah. It's the thought police in the UK. Now, luckily, that's not us because we're not a bunch of redcoats. Okay, we showed them what's who and how in 1776.
Yes.
But that being said, it's becoming that, and they're like, no, it's not. It's never going to get that extreme. Okay, well, the last time somebody said what they thought and spoke to kids, and you know, and tried to express their ideals, they got shot in the neck. Oh my gosh. So, and that's what it comes down to. And they're like, oh, that's extreme. Yeah, it is. But if you said a week prior to that was possible, I'd have been like,
no,
not in this country, dude. This is America. You can say whatever you want.
What do you think? Since you brought up the shot in the neck,
it really bothers me, man.
Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like what is next? Like this is bad.
Yeah, it is because it's an icon of what to expect.
We're losing something. We brag
foreshadowing. And here's the thing: is I don't know if you've seen Nick Fuentes.
Nick, oh yeah,
dude. A lot of people are going to oppose this opinion. That's fine. I don't care. That guy's a fucking Nazi, dude.
I know.
We had a nice guy. I'm not saying a lot of what Charlie Kirk said I did not agree with, okay? And these are just my personal opinions. I am pro-abortion in the way that it's necessary. It breaks my heart. I don't like it. I have personal feelings about it. But those feelings don't dictate facts, right? Feelings aren't facts. Women have to be able to have access to it. I don't like it, but they have to have it, all right? His things about some of the things he said about black people were not ideal. Also, just the way he talked to people.
He's too blunt.
He's too blunt. He was very snobbish, and I'm like, dude, you're talking to younger kids. You know you're gonna get them all fired up.
Yeah, don't do it. Yeah. Some of the stuff that he was saying.
But I'm also not hyper Christian. I'm just not. Like I was raised in a Christian household, but I don't go around touting stuff about Jesus. That being said, he had the right to do it. And he was very much loved by many people.
I know, man. And the way he's.
So does this set a precedent for the future that if you say things that people don't like, if you say mean words, if you post mean tweets, you're going to fucking get murdered in front of your wife and kids?
I know, man.
And I said this the other day. His son will never know his father. I didn't even know he had a son until after he died. I have 3 kids.
3?
He has a baby son he was too young to even be at that event.
Okay. So his kids were there?
His 2 daughters were there. His little girls, one of them, I'm not sure if this is true, but I read somewhere, call me on it if it's wrong, that when the gunshot happened, his little girl ran to her dad because she was scared of the noise.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So, and then, you know, there's a good side of this. You have to find the light in the darkness somewhere, right? The light in the darkness is the overwhelming support from people around the world, dude. Korea, Italy, UK, just like putting up posters, like posters of like Charlie Kirk and chanting his name. It's not about him. It's about his message. It's about freedom. It's about the ability to be secure and say what you think. And that's what it means to me, because I'm an asshole. I piss people off all the time, and I'm very blunt. I never lie. And I never make anything up, and I never hold anything back. And I will tell people exactly what I think. Does this mean I'm going to get shot in the neck?
No, nobody should.
Of course not. But that's the precedent this sets, and it's very scary. If you're hyper-liberal, green-haired, rainbow flag cape, and you want to go to universities and talk about whatever you want to, it is your goddamn American right to do so.
Yes.
If you want to scream that Christians are Nazis and just horrible things, whatever, do it. No one should be shooting you for it.
No.
And the exact same goes for the opposite.
No, yep. And I can't believe this happened to this guy.
It makes me so mad, dude.
The shooter. Do you think that's the guy who did it?
I've always been a long-time conspiracy theorist, man. And I just don't know what to think. Like, for example, what was the other recent shooting? There was that, not trying to be bigoted, I'm just saying there was a trans shooter at a school and they took lives. I don't fully believe it was just a crazy person with a gun. I feel like, okay, so we're going to go down this rabbit hole, okay? I'm just going to say, and I've had this theory for years. You heard of MK Ultra?
Okay.
It's that LSD mind control, okay? That program went away, right?
It's still there here. Nothing goes away.
Nothing goes away. It just evolves. It either gets trashed because it fails and they move on to the next program to invest millions or billions of dollars into, or it evolves.
Yeah.
They just change the name.
They just changed it. Yeah.
They're not using LSD. They're using something else.
Something else. Yes.
So I think that these people are the shooters sometimes, including the Trump shooter. I feel like they're brainwashed.
Something happened to them to do this thing. You're like, what happened with the shooting for President Trump? We don't hear anything about it.
Yeah, Butler, Pennsylvania, and there was a second shooter that never actually shot. Did you hear about that? The guy on the golf course with the he had an SKS
in Florida.
He had like an SKS, and he didn't get the chance to take the shot because they amped up his security team.
Why we don't hear anything about these guys?
Man, I don't know. But you hear about him for a little bit, and then
it disappears. I mean, completely. Like the media shut it off. Like it never happened before. I've never seen something like this. Like
this goes back
in news like this, any other country, people ask about it. Here, it disappears on them in the news like overnight. And if there is any channels will talk about things like this, it will be in America, but they don't talk about it anymore.
And then other countries, they kind of laugh at us like, oh, there's gun touting Americans, blah blah blah. Like it's just it's the gun thing over in America.
It's
like,
always.
I'm like, that's actually a crazy people thing.
I know.
That goes back to the disbelief or the mistrust in society, in the government. And that's, if you don't trust that, then it makes people crazy. And if people get crazy, then it makes everyone scared.
20 years ago, I keep saying 20 years because right before the social media between 2003, 2004, and 6, that's where social media started coming out.
Yeah.
In 2010, when social media was on the books.
That was just dating media back then. It was just for dating. It was just for meeting people.
And then they started using it for poisoning and news. We had some sort of a trust in the governments in my time.
We did. Remember, I'm not saying I'm an Obama fan. I'm just saying I remember seeing him become president. And I was like, wow, maybe things will change.
Oh, see? But it didn't change.
No.
It did change to the worst.
He killed so many goddamn innocent people.
Yeah.
He put so many kids in cages.
Yeah.
He was the number one deporter in chief. Millions, tens of millions of people.
There's I know that. I've seen it.
I want to see the numbers.
And people don't know these things. And another thing is, more people died, more people, wars, Syria, Iraq went to shit.
Syria really pissed me off. Libya and Syria, all for the sake of them trying to be self-sufficient.
And that's what happened.
I'll just say it though. Between 2009 and 16, he deported 2,749,000 people.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And nobody talks about this.
Nobody. Everyone forgets.
Yeah, and nobody talks. Any country in Middle East, I'm from there. I was born in Saudi Arabia. These countries, their border, you fly cannot go through.
Right.
In Europe, they're trying to lock it. They're trying to block it. Why is it the American borders always open?
I don't know. I mean, like Poland. Did you hear about Poland? I'm not even saying I agree with the way Poland.
No, you listen. Their country, they decided to do whatever they want.
An example, though, is that they have armed guards at the border. They point a gun at you, say, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, I mean, it's your country. It's your borders. It's your home. You need to secure your home. Secure it the way you think it's secure.
I think the way we're doing it now is kind of working. To be honest with you, not so much with ICE, like that's a separate conversation, but the way the border is guarded right now, I think they're doing a good job.
But one thing I just wanted to talk, and I comment sometimes on things in Europe and Middle East. Middle East is torn apart. Everybody want to go there and bomb somebody. The wars in Syria, in Iraq, in Libya, in Somalia, in Yemen. I just said 6. Iran is getting hammered. And where is Lebanon?
Well, Pakistan too. Pakistan and India, they're getting after it now.
Yeah. This is like, I'm just telling you, right there in Middle East. Where are they? They're connected to Northern Africa. They go to Northern Africa, to Libya, because Libya, and then jump in the ship and go to Italy and France.
I feel like mentioning Sudan as well is important. Not technically the Middle East, but the genocide that's gone on there
horrible
since 2001 or 2.
Forever. It's been going. Yeah, it's
Millions of people.
millions and
Never talk about it.
yes, yeah. So these countries need to stop fighting. And France, England, Italy, France, get out of Africa. Get out of these countries. Let them stay there. Listen,
Yeah.
we'll leave you alone. Don't come to us. I think the wars that hit in Qatar the other day.
Yeah.
Why did Qatar get hit? Because President Trump, the American government, told the Qatarian government, bring Hamas there, host a negotiation peace to stop the war in Egypt. Do you read about this?
The art of the deal, yeah, right
Yeah.
there.
So we call them, bring Hamas there, let's sit down, talk, figure out how to stop this. You have to negotiate, even with the mafia sometimes you have to negotiate.
Yeah, it's business.
So when it's open publicly and with governments, everybody respect that. Who goes and bomb them? Israel.
Of course. And, dude,
They go and bomb the negotiators. Oh, they're a terrorist. Okay, let's say this. Let me agree with you. They're terrorists. But you told them to come over and talk to us. And let's stop this. And they listen to you. Now how they're going to listen to you?
they can't.
And it's openly. It's not like secretly. They're sitting in this house. We call them to come and talk to us under the American blessing. And then the Israelis come and bomb them.
Right. You mentioned Libya.
Libya.
Gaddafi, before he was executed brutally, he was a dictator, don't get it twisted. But before he was executed, what he was trying to set up was a universal currency for Africa.
Africa. Yes.
That's legendary. It would have pulled Africa out of its worst poverty and would have created, because Africa has
Everything
trillions of resources,
everything
trillions
they
of
have.
dollars worth of
Yes,
resources.
yeah.
They could be self-sufficient if they united. Sure, it's a continent, but if they united as a singular country or something similar to an African Union, man, that would be a superpower in and of itself. And so Obama did not like that.
No.
And something tells me Israel didn't like it either,
No.
because they don't really have a lot of friends in that area.
There is no uranium in Middle East, by the way. There is no uranium in Europe. None of the Africans get anything out of the uranium from their own.
It's just fuel,
Okay,
right?
where's the
Oil,
diamonds in the
right.
world?
Africa.
Africa. Who controls the diamond business? Israel.
I did not know that, but it makes
Oh, yeah.
sense.
70%.
It makes sense, yeah.
All the diamond in the world is majority of it in Africa. All the gold in Africa. All the uranium in Africa. Do the Africans get anything out of this? Nothing.
No.
Who does
Yeah.
it? Europe and Israel.
And then just to add to that, when they started creating lab-created diamonds that are like big and beautiful, and you cannot differentiate them
Yeah.
from natural diamonds, except for the fact that they're flawless.
You can catch them, but it looks real.
Israel definitely had a hand in trying to
Oh, yeah.
decapitate that business.
100%.
They were like, well, this affects the blah, blah. You mean,
Yeah.
you mean the blood diamond trade? Does this bother you?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So Africa is controlled by the West. It's not in their hands.
The entire thing is a shit show, though. And the thing is that's exactly why people don't want to go to work. The young people, they see all this, they're like, why? What's the point of living? And that's awful, because we're not enabled by our infrastructure to have a family, all right? I'm not saying women should be stay-at-home moms and stay-at-home wives, but they should have the ability to. And that was one thing Charlie Kirk talked about that I did agree with. It was that, like, if you had the ability to be a father, a husband, and work your ass off if you want to, your wife should comfortably be able to stay at home and raise your kids. Not 15 kids, not 10, maybe not 5, but a couple, 2 or 3 kids. You should be able to raise a family on a single-parent household plus, not a single parent, but you know what I mean? Like one working parent, one supporting parent. The roles can swap. It could be the woman that does it. Maybe she's the genius. Maybe she's wearing the pants, whatever. Dad can be a stay-at-home dad.
Something.
Either way, someone
One
needs
has
to, be able
to stay home.
Yeah, and the economy doesn't allow it. It's almost like they don't want us to have family strength at home.
Pete, the prices of everything is going
It's
up.
insane. I'm the most successful I've ever been. I'm making more money than I'm so successful right now. My fiance, my future wife, so successful. She's killing it as a chemist. She's so goddamn smart. She's so good at what she does. We're having more financial difficulty now than we've ever had. We moved to this house that we're in 2020. We're in the same house now. We're trying to move out. The bills haven't changed. Like, we've gotten some new cars, sure, but the difference between what I was paying before and what I'm paying now is like $150 a month in regards to my car bill. That's the only thing that I've really enhanced, like, luxuriously.
Food cost up.
Everything's so
Gas,
expensive. And
electricity.
by chance, just by coincidence, if you eat healthier, which now I do because I'm
Gluten-free.
I'm gluten free. Yeah, newsflash, everybody. I'm gluten free. No more pasta and bread for me. But even there, like, oh yeah, just by chance, that's also more expensive to live by.
Oh,
so
yeah.
have fun with that. It's like,
yeah.
what the fuck, man?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
You have to be careful now what to eat,
Yeah.
what to ask for, what to do. It's just
Yeah.
it's the trust in the system now. It's a lot less. A lot of people don't want to be control. The system control. The system control your kids, what they study, what they watch. They can tell your child nowadays, it's okay to be a girl if you're a boy. It's okay to be a boy if you're a girl. It's okay to get pregnant if you're a boy. Tell me now, if I was a kid in school and they're telling me this, I'll be arguing with you. Hey man.
right.
You and I can have babies. What are you talking about?
So, and it's funny.
Can you
mentioned
imagine?
that. Right. So, an example of that is I remember I went to a Christian private school when I was in middle school. And by then, I was already back then and still now, I still believe, for example, this is comical to bring up. Dinosaurs are real. The earth is billions of years old.
Yeah.
It's not up for debate. The Bible can be the Bible, the Quran, whatever you might refer to. It can be open for interpretation, in my opinion. All right. That being said, I had a teacher really sit there and try to tell me, well, the earth is actually 8,000 years old and blah, blah, blah. And then dinosaurs were here to test our faith. And I'm like, have you lost your mind? So looking at that argument that I used to have with my teacher all the time, looking at it now, a teacher really telling us about gender identity politics, it's like, look, it's not the right to do that. That's the issue. If you want to do anything in your free time, I don't agree with the sterilization of children. I think that's insane. Another conversation. But if you want to do that in your free time, even as a kid or whatever, fine. But the hyperfixation on gender identity and politics,
Too much.
that's not what kids need to know. Teach them how to file their freaking taxes, man. Teach them about business. Teach them about a trade, a technical ability.
The money. They never talk about the money.
No.
They don't talk to kids, save money, how to open a bank account. There is investments. There is things kids can do now. Like if you're a child and you're working in summer, like my nephew, he went and he bought a bucket, like water, and bought some cleaning stuff. And he went around the neighborhoods and wanted to wash cars for $10. This was last summer. By the end of the summer, I think he had like $1,200 or $1,500. Hey, he's 15, having a $1,500 in a summertime that you invested. I didn't have this ability. So there is ways to make money these days. What I'm trying to say is things can happen now, positive and negative, on social media. And if you keep telling me I can be a girl, I am confused, I will believe you.
Yeah, because kids are very mentally like manipulatable. Like you can manipulate them to believe anything, even their fault. Rogan said something really good about that, where like back in 2001, if your little girl, I should say, wore a backwards baseball hat and she liked playing baseball and she played with superheroes and she watched Marvel movies or whatever back then, she wasn't a transgender.
No.
She was a tomboy, and she eventually, dude, my fiance was a huge tomboy when she was like young.
My sisters, they grew up with 6 boys.
Dude, right. And here's the thing, like, they just grow up tough as nails.
My little sister, she is tough as nail, and she's in love with her husband, and she's married. We used to tease her. Actually, she used to cut her hair short. I have a couple of pictures of her, like just a joke. It was normal. Nowadays, man, oh my Lord.
Yeah, it would be a firestorm.
Like, I mean, socially. Leave the kids alone, man.
Right. And so also separately, I'm not a part of them, but I support them. But the gay and lesbian community, they're offended. Like, you don't just get to like cut the nuts off of a dude because he's not sure about his sexuality. Maybe he just likes dudes. It doesn't mean he's a woman.
No.
Like, and it's offensive to those people because the gays and lesbians, homosexuals have fought for decades, let's say centuries, 2,000 years just to be left alone, to not be burned at the stake for their beliefs. And now you're over here castrating them because what they're trying to understand about themselves, when really they're just gay. That's all it is.
All this is in the hormone blocking crap.
Yes.
Crap. To stop me from being a man. To stop her from being a girl.
That's crazy.
You're
to me.
fighting. You're
You're fighting your biology.
Well, they start coming out and they're saying we made a mistake. There's a lot of guys that like, what did I do to myself?
The detransitioners.
I'm a man. I tried to be a woman. They lied to me.
Sad. Those people are so sad and depressed. And then there is a very sad suicide rate for people who are transgender. It's not because they're crazy. It's because they needed help. And it's like telling a schizophrenic person, instead of like, hey, you know what? I know a good doctor. Let's just go see somebody. Instead, they're like, I know you hear the voices in your head. It's like you're basically doing that to transgender people. You're basically feeding into how they feel. Like they just need help.
They need help.
Some people are convinced. Some people are like, you're not going to change their mind, and that's fine as long as they live peacefully. They don't self-harm, and they don't harm anyone else. Let them live.
Dude, I worked with gay men, and we worked together, and I didn't know, and I didn't care. I didn't want to know. I mean, I don't sit down and talk about my sexual directions and who I think about and what I do. I don't.
It's nobody's business.
I don't even talk about my food. I don't talk about what I do. I don't sit down and just talk about what I eat and where. I mean, unless you ask me, but I don't sit down with men and ask them, are you straight or gay? I don't do that. I don't want to do it. I don't even want to know. I don't care.
Right.
And now they are shoving it in between us like you have to know everybody's.
History repeats itself.
Isn't it?
History repeats itself over and over, time and time again. In the fall of the Roman Empire, it was the hyperfixation on gender politics, on sexuality, and everything except what mattered. And eventually the empire fell. Now, we can stop this. That's the thing. We can actually make an effort, and it's not like we have to change the system and overturn it. No. It starts with the everyday man and woman. It starts with us individually choosing to not be crazy and just focus on building our fucking lives.
Alexander the Greatest went all the way to India.
He did.
From Europe.
I love
all
his
the way
so
to and he was gay.
Yep. Yeah, he was.
And what happened to his?
I think he might have been a little bit bisexual, but it sounds like he was more gay.
It used to be parties there when they with the victory parties.
Crazy.
Dude, he used to sit his wife next to him and his boyfriend next to him.
Yeah.
Like in the same
100%.
place. This is my guy. This is my girl. I don't give a shit. And he died in his 30s, and the whole Roman shit went down to shit because of homosexuality.
Yeah.
It disappeared. It didn't disappear. It just died. And then the Persian occupied.
I think it was for hundreds of years after that because of that fall.
Yeah.
It
went down. It went down. There is not one society survived the history of homosexuality.
Right.
If you brag about it, if you make it your law, you're going to vanish. Period. Not one single, it's going down.
100%.
Leave them alone. Leave the normal people doing their thing. We know? I don't care if you call it normal or not, but leave the system running the way it is. You want to be gay, you want to be lesbian, sit, do your thing, leave everybody alone, and nobody's going to bother you. But the thing is, it's not happening this way.
And you know what? There's like a shining light of reason in between all of this. It's not just like descent into hell and the fall into darkness of the fall of society, whatever. But it's like, yes, Alexander's empire fell, and it was over time because they eventually split up in different states, and then those fell because of disarray and disorder. But there's also the Battle of the Hot Gates, which was near that time as well, which was the Spartan 300 and all that, and that the rise of an empire, which is what the next movie was called, of 300. So the second movie was Rise of an Empire, and it's about how the sacrifice of the 300 raised awareness of the situation, and they banded together in those Greek city-states and fought against the Persians. Now, a whole bunch of those guys were gay as hell, gay as a freaking fruit fly, but it shows that even in face of that, they still are able to stand together and fight for freedom. The issue is not the sexuality itself, it's the hyperfixation of it and the weakness that it creates. Like, in the end, society matters more in and of itself than what the people of society are doing in their free time and in their bedrooms. We got to stand together and focus on what matters. And I feel like it's really cliche and corny to say that, but it's that sometimes the answer is much simpler than what it's made out to be. It's just focus. Just find focus, find discipline.
Number one, focus on your health, a young man. If you're a young guy,
first and foremost,
health. Number two, because you're fighting not only your bad habits, you're fighting the food habit that all restaurants, it's a nightmare.
You're resisting the bad habits of everyone else around you too.
Yes.
Like, it starts with you.
Yes.
Like Jordan Peterson said, you want to fix your life, clean your room.
That's it.
Focus at home. It starts with where you sleep. clean that up,
Correct.
expand.
Yes. Work on yourself.
Build yourself
And
up,
then
clean your diet,
start-
clean your pantry.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. Dude, I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, man. Despite the face of all this darkness, dude, I feel like we have a lot to look forward to, man. I mean, there's so many metaphors, but like, you know, when you burn the fields, like suddenly there's this like lush soil to grow something new out of. Like, for example, Trump not releasing the Epstein files was an icon of how dirty politics is. Dude, like not literally, but
Why they're not releasing it?
because he's on it, or it's either him or his compadres, his friends. I'm not saying his sons are in it. Like, I don't think Barron Trump is on there, but I'm just saying someone close to him is on it, or he's on it, or something. And
I've seen some pictures.
and everyone's like, oh, well, if, you know, Trump was on it, why didn't the liberals release it, blah, blah, blah.
Dude.
Probably because they're on it too, man. Everyone's on it.
Everyone being in that island. I mean, I don't want to say everyone. Majority of these guys, the Clintons, the Trump.
And I bet it's not even just the island. I
the
bet
island.
it's all the connections to it too. Everyone that helped supply it, everyone that catered to that freaking island, like sending food there, they're fried too.
Yeah.
Everyone's toast.
Yeah.
And it will bring down all of Western society if that comes out.
So does that guy own that island?
I don't know. Well, he doesn't own anything now. He's dead.
No, but it was his island.
So, you know the association with him in Israel, right? How it worked. Ghislaine Maxwell, his partner in crime, literally, her dad
Is a Mossad.
was a for sure Mossad agent that also happened to write a huge chunk of textbooks for our children, and he helped like create the company that. Anyways, he was involved with kids, weirdly, you know, teaching them. So that tells you something. So he wasn't. Epstein himself wasn't a Mossad agent, but he had a handler.
Linking to somehow he's linked.
Ghislaine's dad, whatever, I think Robert Maxwell was his handler, so he answered to him.
Is Robert still alive?
I don't think so. I think.
But
he
his
died.
daughter's.
Well, yeah,
is she in jail?
She's living very well in jail. I heard she has like yoga and stuff in jail and stuff. I think she's gonna get away with it scot-free or get murdered. It's one or the other. But she's never going to be held accountable.
Because they're not bringing her up. Is there any even court going on?
So there was supposed to be, but every time that next date that's supposed to come up, every time they always say like, oh, we can't release this, or oh, it's too sensitive, or blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, everybody's on it. And so again, with that, if our younger generation can't trust that people are going to be held accountable,
and it's the first time Republican saying release the files. They won.
Yeah.
They're going against each other in this. I've seen
It's
some more
crazy,
hardcore
man.
Republicans talking to hardcore
Dude,
Republican.
when
Get the
Cash Patel saying they don't exist, they're not real, there's nothing there.
Did you see how he was fighting with them when they were questioning him? Just a couple weeks, 3 days ago.
I did, and it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to see that, like, if not the president, fine, let the president be an idiot. He always is, right, in every presidency. But the director of the FBI, do they always have to be incompetent?
What is wrong with this guy? He looked like an idiot, by the way,
Yeah,
when
he's
he
all
talks.
cross-eyed. And
Isn't
I
it?
don't know. We could not have had.
Did you see how he opened his eyes when he talked?
I feel bad for Tulsi Gabbard because she's actually. I want her to be president. I want her to have 8 years of presidency. Tulsi Gabbard.
Clean up this.
Like she's a veteran. She's a woman. She's a minority, and she's seen combat. Like anybody that's a combat veteran, automatically I'm biased towards. But with her being so reasonable and wanting to expose the truth on some things and eliminate foreign policy and stuff like that, like stop getting involved in foreign wars, I'm sold. Make her president. But I mean, she was a Democrat to begin with first. So was RFK. Like all these former Democrats going conservative for the chance to be heard are now getting their opportunities squashed by this freaking Epstein thing because our president is incompetent and is also on the list.
Dude, they were hanging. He has pictures with him, parties, dances. You've seen? I mean,
It's very suspect, and everyone.
and what is this with this young kids in a room and they're looking at? Why do you have young kids sitting?
I don't know, dude. I don't even. It's so gross. He's trafficking them. And maybe not every kid that was in or young adult, whatever it might have been, that were in these photos, they might not have been trafficked, but let's be honest, they probably were. And it's just disgusting. It's like we have to accept that our foundation of our belief in our infrastructure is entirely a facade, and this facade is a veil held by pedophiles. And there's a curtain in front of us that's being held up by pedophiles, and they don't want us to see the truth.
Dude, unbelievable.
I don't feed into the whole like, oh, it's demonic and blah blah, it's the devil. It's like I just think it's dirty people. I think it's dirty ass people. People are dirty by like principle, by nature.
Yeah, by nature. That was what I was going to tell you. They grow up like this. Mm-hmm. There is something happening in your house because no matter how much parties and money and whatever I see, you tell me I'm like, what? Kid? No. I mean, the idea is not even accepted.
Right.
To do actions like this. Minors, children. I do believe anybody put their hand on children for any, like, just let alone just beat them, that even is not acceptable.
I'll tell you something that I've seen personally working in security. I don't work for a Union Station hotel anymore, so I get to say it all, buddy. And I've been waiting for an opportunity, and you know what? I'm going to use it now. During 2021 and 2022, I was working at Union Station Hotel over on Market Street in St. Louis. And this is a big, beautiful building. I strongly encourage everyone to check it out. It's all right with the hotel rooms. The old rooms that they've maintained and refurbished, those are beautiful, but the rest of the rooms are garbage. That's not my point, though. My point is that the used to have her birthday parties there. That there was like a ball, and it was a big thing. Which, by the way, in case you ever wonder why there's so many potholes in the roads, is because was spending millions of dollars. I'll be more correct. Hundreds of thousands of dollars on these parties. Now, before I ever experienced my first time doing security for this event at the hotel, I had told my guys in prep, pre-briefing, I'm like, all right, guys, this is going to be some eyes wide shut type shit tonight. So, just make sure when you see the hooded, masked, cult members come out, just mind your business and do security. I was kidding. I was kidding. I was joking.
Okay.
But oh my God, later that night, I saw how decrepit and degenerate that group of people are in politics.
Of course.
They're old, like decrepit old, looking guys with girls that did not look old enough to be there. And I saw it. And then I saw the mayor walking around. Everyone looks like by 9 o'clock, everyone's on drugs. Everyone's tweaked out. Not just like, they're not just drinking, man. They were tweaked. Like people are
hammered.
And it's like expensive people wearing like $1,000 suits and stuff. It was New Orleans Mardi Gras themed.
Okay.
So like it was wild.
And people take that role, that look, Mardi Gras as the freaky.
Yeah,
Mardi Gras is the French.
It was just like New Orleans. And St. Louis is big on it. Mardi Gras is big in
and Mardi Gras has a lot of French influence.
French influence, sexual.
And France is the capital of this fucked up stuff with kids and women and colors and masks and shit.
It seems to go back there pretty often. So just seeing that firsthand, I'm not talking about D.C. I'm not talking about the capital of Missouri. I'm talking about just the mayor's ball of St. Louis. And it was absolute degeneracy, man. And she always had like a following of people around her, and she's like, this is about me. Hundreds of thousands of dollars right outside of that building. There are people shooting up heroin, homeless, out on these streets. Right in front of, just the other day at City Hall, I saw 2 back-to-back overdoses within hours of each other. Within less than 5 hours, I saw 2 people overdose. The same crew of EMTs come out and have to attend to these people. Like, it's the degeneracy. It's the complete corruption of politics.
And you know why they do this? Because they can.
Because they can. It's simple as that. Because they can.
Because they have the
No one stopped to ask whether or not they should. They only asked whether or not they can.
And you know what they do when they don't agree on what they do and they catch them doing something? We're giving you the chance to resign. Like, so you can steal.
Yeah.
And your punishment is resign. Yeah. Not jail.
And where do they go after that?
They come back again in a couple of years.
Private sector. They work in the private sector. They work for a company and they disappear.
Or they come back later, but the majority of them, they try to come back. Because it's a free money. It's easy. You're robbing the Americans, and you have unlimited access. Taxes, the government, the favors, the under table money. Give them permit to do this. This is known.
I think that's something that has to be gotten rid of. In fact, you know what? Of all of this stuff we've talked about, I think a big part of it, corporate donations to campaigns, super PACs. I feel like there's got to be something there. Like those are the reptilians, dude. I'm just saying, those are the demonic people. All right, that they'll get as much.
Dude, look at Hillary Clinton and look at the Clinton.
The devil.
Look at Obama walked in with less than $2 million. Now he's worth a couple hundred millions.
Straight up.
It's all corrupted. And they tell the kids in school, you can be anything you want. It's no longer like this. You have to be corrupted. You have to be millionaire. You have to be so corrupted. You have to.
You have to sell your soul.
You have to show me one of them honest, and show me one of them. Yeah. Some people just say, like, I'm a more Republican than Democrat, but honestly, I don't trust any one of them anymore, man.
Dude, it's funny. I feel like legal immigrants, people who believe in the American dream that aren't from here, they have more of the American dream and the belief in it than people who were born here and raised in the system.
I believe in the system. I believe in America, 100%. The system get corrupted.
Yeah.
It wasn't like this, Pete.
But you can't convince American-born Americans that the American dream exists anymore. You can't convince them.
No, it's still here. But the kids over here, they don't. Because they're caught up with a bunch of bullshit.
What are women being told? Women are being told
strong.
You should not be staying home. You should not be raising a family.
No.
You should be going and getting a job, boss bitch mentality. And I've had some realizations, some revelations, and I've started saying this a lot more. Why can't both things be true? Why can't women be encouraged to be strong and be business owners? Why can't they also be convinced to be, strong moms at home?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. I love it.
Fuck yeah, man. You can
Pete,
call it right
I
there.
can't wait. I'm going to be there.
You better be.
Me and Sam, we're coming.
I'm going to come back to the studio and kick your ass.
Trust me.
Monday, I'll be here.
I am going to be here. Thank you, everybody. Man. Pete, good luck, Pete. We'll talk. Maybe we'll do another one after the fight.
Oh, hell yeah.
But definitely we have to talk about it.
Dude, we should do it the week after that fight. Like, if I hope I'm all scraped up and bruised, that was a good fight, guys.